There's thousands of videos here on YouTube that show you how to mix vocals and what to do, but they never explain why. In this video, I want to explain my vocal chain and why I use each plugin and why I make the moves. I'm Johnny, aka MyMixEngineer, and welcome to the channel. Let's listen to the vocals. This is what I've done. Check this out.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise. I will put it to the side. Way too many lies been sold up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe. Put a ball when I out of sight, not the type, but you finally back outside. And I love to see that side. You look like such and such, you hit it all the time. I'm talking 100 on the dash, I came flying. And if it's static, say what's up on your mind. You hear the passion, cause it's all up on the line. We too grown, we won't fall out about assumptions. I'm on that high, got a bad bitch wondering. They can try, but won't never see it coming.
All right, so that's the vocal. So let's take a listen to what it sounds like with everything off.
And I'm down to let it slide. Look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side. Way too many lies been sold up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe.
And that's straight drive, straight into Pro Tools, right? So my first step when I'm hearing that is now I got the volume to like where I want it to sit, volume wise, gain and everything is where I wanted to sit. And I did that with the gain staging. That's another video. But what I'm hearing first and what I typically do is start off with subtractive EQing. Not a lot of big moves. I'm more gentle, methodical with the movements. So as you can see, I'm taking out a little of this 170. That's some of that mud. I'm not gonna say mud, but it kind of take a lot of that bottom end. It does contribute to that mud. And then what I do is take out some of that upper, I ain't gonna say lower mid range 380. That's my kind of sweet spot. Around there, you'll get like some of that boxiness. I'll take that out. So let's kind of bring them in and let you hear all of the moves. So right here, let me let you hear what it sounds like.
And I'm down to let it slide. Look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side. Way too many lies been sold up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe. Put a ball when I.
Those two moves cleared it up a little bit. You can hear it. And I'm only taking with like 3 dB here and almost 2 dB here. Slight movements, subtle movements.
And I'm down to let it slide. Look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side. Way too many lies been sold up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe.
And so you see I took out almost 2 dB shelf at the top end, around 8K. And the reason why is because this particular artist, he really don't like super bright vocals. But I also noticed that me personally, which works great for my mindset, is like I like to round the vocals off first and then start compressing and doing all, and then start adding. So let me put the top end in. I don't want to hear it right now. Let me bring it in. I want it to sound round, semi-flat, bold. That's what I'm getting right now.
And I'm down to let it slide. Look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side. Way too many lies been sold up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe. Put a ball when I out of sight, not the type, but you finally back outside.
All right, so in this one more move right here that I did at the end, I came back to this plugin. So I'm gonna come back to this and you guys are gonna hear this one. All right, so next, following that, I like to use the Neve just for that preamp sound to get a little bit bold. I do actually use the EQ and I actually kind of boost these frequencies just to bring out certain things. So let's take a listen without.
And I'm down to let it slide. Look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side.
All right, and see compression next. Super easy. Let's take a listen.
And I'm down to let it slide. Look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side.
And I typically reach for 1176 just to catch those extreme transients, just to bat those down. And then the following EQ is just to smooth it completely out. This combination has been around for decades. They've been using it for decades. Shout out to Dave Pensado, rest in peace. But this chain right here is like, it never failed for me. Never failed. All right, so let's listen.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side. Way too many lies being told up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe.
So now I done brought him up. He gave you a little bit more personal. He sounds like he's a little in your face, but he's sitting back in the mix, right? Following that, what I hear next is the S's. I'm always got to go ahead and attack them. Let's get that.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side. Way too many lies being told up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe.
Plain and simple, you guys. You guys know what it is. This right here is because I don't know what it is about my hearing, but the mid-range, and I work on a pair of NS10s and also a pair of iLouds Pros, but I'm so used to the NS10s. They're mid-range heavy, and I got a mixed cube as well. Those like really mid-range. So I want that mid-range to sound smooth, silky, in place when it comes to vocals. So I target just the area. I let that low end go through and I let that top end come through. So I'm only focusing here in the mid-range from 250 all the way up to 7K. And I just kind of get the band in, and I want these to kind of dance together, but I'm also listening.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side. Way too many lies being told up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe. Put up all when out of sight, not the type, but you finally back outside. And I love to see that side.
And so with that, I also get that it brings to mind the radio sound, like the compression that you hear on the radio. Not too, it's kind of heavy, but not too much, right? It's like just right. Being that this is a raw vocal, I know you guys hear, oh, you shouldn't over compress. Don't be over the compressing. It's a raw vocal. These people just talking about don't over compress. They're talking about a vocal that's going through a Sony C800 into a Neve 1073 into a Tube Tech C1B, and it's being compressed already before going in, right? You gotta add some compression, you guys. Don't let that fool you. Use your ears. And I'll always be screaming, mixing is an art. That's true. So this right here is something kind of new to my workflow, and I actually been loving it. And this is like that extra 10%. Like I got it 90% there, right? 90%.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side.
All right, so I got it 90% there, how I want it, right? This right here, and they got some cool presets in this, the top line vocal suite in Luna. If you got Luna, this right here, oh man, this is golden. Like at first I was scared of it. I was like, oh, who wants another lit all-in-one vocal? Me. I want it. I love it. So check it out without it.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side.
And this is where I get the vibe in.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise, I will put it to the side. Way too many lies being told up in this ride, shawty, I can't even vibe.
Up front, it's already there. And what I did add some more reverb into it. And you can kind of duck it. But this artist got I would consider like a wavy sound. Like it's a vibe. His music is more of a vibe. You want to feel it. This is felt. It's heard and felt, and it's sitting in the mix. Plain and simple. That's all I did. Next, I did use a Dimension D. That's my favorite, just to widen it out. But following that, all of my vocals are being sent over to vocal bus, right? Let's look at this. Okay, it's going to this vocal bus and then it's going to this ACA. On my ACA, you'll see that I do use, just to glue all of the vocals together, I use this in stereo mode, well, left-right mode. So each compressor, the left and the right, are independent. And I typically go for around like 4 dB or less. All right, take a listen.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise. I will put it to the side. Way too many lies been sold up in this ride. Shawty, I can't even vibe.
Brought it right on up in your face. And that's it, you guys. And that's pretty much my vocal chain, you guys. And the ideal of it, hold on, first, let's go back to here. Now, this is what I was hearing.
And I'm down to let it slide. I will put it to the side.
You heard that? I was like, when he was put it to the side, you was hearing it. So let's turn it on.
And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise. I will put it to the side. Way too many lies been sold up in this ride. Shawty, I can't even vibe. Put up all when I out of sight, not the type, but you finally back outside. And I love to see that side. And I'm down to let it slide. You look me in my eyes with surprise. I will put it to the side. Way too many lies been sold up in this ride. Shawty, I can't even vibe.
Just that EQ move brought so much clarity to the vocals without thinning them out, and they still sound full. They got a nice little top end, they got a nice bottom end as well, and the mid-range presence is there. That was my goal, and that's typically my vocal chain, you guys. EQ, subtractive EQ, some kind of saturation a little bit, and a boost EQ, a correction EQ if you want to say so. Then compression, just to get the first, line of transients. Then you have a compressor to smooth it out, de-ess it, multi-band. And then sometimes I go straight for another Pro Q. In this case, I used this because it gave me the vibe. It gave me the sound that this artist was looking for. Easy. Plain and simple, you guys. All right, so remember, mixing is an art. Be you, stay true. I'm mad.